What's going on, guys? It's another wonderful Thursday night. Yeah, we made it another week, and that's a good thing. Appreciate every one of you being here. Yes, sir. Let's do a little roll call here and see who we got in the house. Looks like we don't have too many right now, but we're going to see who we got here. Pauline Parker's with us. All right. She finally got a notice, she said. That's a good thing. All right. Glenn Anderson. There's my man right there. Buzz Runner. All right. Who else we got down here? All right. Rural's in the house. And Debbie Jones and Rob looks like. Yeah, we know Rob's right there beside her. Lynn is with us. There's my girl right there. That's one of my cheerleaders. I got some cheerleaders. That's one of them right there. Appreciate you, girl. Linda Farrow. There's another one of my cheerleaders. Yeah. I want to say hello to everybody. Greg Harmon's with us. Yeah. Hopefully the count on my screen is wrong. It says there's only 9 people here.
Mine showed 23.
All right. Well, good. It's wrong. So.
And mine could be wrong, but it's more than you.
Yeah, here we go. There's my third cheerleader right there, Tammy Joe. All right. They're part of all of you, part of the OP Nation, but that's our cheerleaders. Hey, I just thought of that.
Oh, God, here he goes.
The OP Nation. I like that.
Oh, there you
go. Rebecca's with us. Here we go. Look at that. There's some good news right there, guys. Yeah, he's fine. Baby's finally putting on some weight. That's an answered prayer right there. Hope y'all were like me and you were praying with her. Yep, there we go. There's the Iowa crowd. My girl's coming to see you soon. I know y'all have talked.
110 days.
She's counting down the days, 110 days. Jenny's back. You hadn't been here in a while. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you coming back. Who we got here? J1W2T3. All right. Is that a new one? I don't remember that one. Thanks for coming on board. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can have a little fun and entertain you tonight. Patriot Ordnance is back with us from South Florida. Craig, my man, I'll see you in the morning. Remember, we got to meet up after you get off. You're working that event tomorrow, and I'll be there. Chris Bennett. Yep, he's hoping everybody's doing well, as am I. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, buddy. Wanda's back. Yeah. Man, I got a good crowd here. My number ain't right on my screen here. This streaming program I got, it really ain't up to ball, but it's free, so I can't complain about it. Right there, I want to say something. I want to thank Live StreamYard for making this possible. I couldn't afford to pay for this if I had to pay for it. But, you know, I'm limited on how many hours I can use each month. It's free, but it is free. So I appreciate them letting me do this, bringing this to you guys. And I appreciate y'all being here. Eddie's from Mississippi. All right. There's the man right there. Yeah. He made it. He always does when he can. Oh, let's go down here. See who else we got. Rural's with us. Yep, I already called Rural out. Thank you for being here. Fluffy's back. Yeah, I just called him out. Yeah. Fluffy's back. Did it get cold up your way? I know it was supposed to. It got a little chilly down here. We're supposed to go camping next week. It's supposed to get a little chilly down here.
Next Friday, not tomorrow.
What?
Craig, next Friday.
Next Friday? I thought it was tomorrow. All right. It's a good thing I didn't show up tomorrow. I thought you said the 2nd. I may be wrong. But whenever it is, we'll get together. Shoot me a... Yeah, there we go. Shoot me a text, verify that it's next Friday, not tomorrow. Appreciate it if you would. But I'm doing some radio work here. So, speaking of radios, somebody wanted to know what my call signs are. I got 2 of them. On ham, it's KT4 Delta X-Ray November. And on GMRS, it's WRED 832. So there you go. I got 2 licenses, and that's my call signs on both of them. And hopefully we'll hook up on the radio. Right now, my GMRS is out of circulation. I ordered a new antenna, and I had to get an extension for my coax. The antenna showed up, but the coax hasn't shown up yet. So hopefully that'll be here soon, and I'll be able to hook up with you on that GMRS. Nick L's in the house. There we go. My man. Yep. We are going to hook up, buddy, when I get that GMRS going. If you get that technician's license, we can do the 2 meter, 70 centimeter. I already have that going. So let me know. I shot you an email today. So he's on the 700 repeater. 700 repeater? I'm not familiar with that one. So shoot me an email. Let me know what you're talking about there. Who else? We got Patty with us. There we go. Patty 7881. Yeah, it is chilly here in Florida. It's getting a little chilly here in Orlando. So I know it's cold up north. But there really hadn't been much in the news this week, other than our main topic we're going to talk about, which is the FBI again warning Congress that, there's going to be a major hack. But we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. First off, right off the bat, I thought this was funny right here. The Biden administration has classified Martha's Vineyard and other elite locations as low income. So the people that live there can, get a break on buying an EV or installing an electric vehicle charger. Martha's Vineyard, Malibu, Fisher Island, if you people are familiar with that, they're low income now. So I guess that means I'm living in poverty. If that's low income, then I'm in poverty. It's that simple. It's crazy.
Where's our food stamps?
Yeah. Send me my food stamps. Give me my Medicare. No, I got Medicare. Give me my Medicaid. Yeah. I want all that free stuff I can get. John H. joined us. All right. Thank you, brother. He wants to say hello to everybody. But can you believe that? Martha's Vineyard is, low income now. Yeah, remember that? Remember those 50 migrants they sent up there? How long they got to stay? They weren't even there 24 hours. The local police rounded them up like a herd of cattle, put them on a bus, and sent them off of that island, out of there. They weren't going to let that happen. So that low income place, yeah. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Forrest Gump. Here's something happened this week. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Another chicken farm went up. This was a massive chicken farm in Texas that went up in smoke. It burned for hours. They said about 11 hours. There were numerous fire companies that were dispatched. They actually said they couldn't control it, so they just had to let it burn. So is this the start of another war on food like we had last year? I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it. So you need to keep your eyes on that, folks. It's that was a mess down there. Hopefully this won't be the start. If you remember last year, was it last year we had all the attacks on the food processing and farms?
It seemed like there was more fires.
Yeah, there was like 100 of them last year. But I hope this ain't the start, again, that happening. One thing you're really not seeing in the news that they don't want you to see, to be honest with you, is the farmers protesting over in France. They're also protesting in Germany. France, they pretty much shut down Paris last week into the weekend. And now they're moving on to other parts of France. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of farmers that just locked the city up. They locked up Paris. Nobody could move, nothing could happen. They're protesting the Green New Deal regulations being forced on them over there. And like I said, it's happening in Germany as well. But you're not seeing that on the news.
Girl said she watched them on a live stream as they rolled into Amsterdam.
Good, good.
Or he, sorry, I'm not sure. Sorry about
That's
that.
great. Yeah, they're protesting all over Europe, all those green regulations they're putting on those farmers. They're trying to choke them to death, what they're doing, so they can starve out the population. Don't know if you guys, I'm sure some of you think like I do. They're trying to tighten up the food supply so the prices will go through the roof. But there's a reason for that. And so they can starve out peons like me and you. There's no big secret. The World Economic Forum wants to depopulate the world, and this is one of the ways they're going to do it. So you got to get your food preps ready, guys. You know, you got to learn how to produce that food. You got to learn how to harvest wildlife. You know, these are things you got to learn because they are actually, the ball's rolling. It's happening right now. This is part of it. They're trying to starve out the peasants, me and you. And this is just the start. Remember, their objective is 2030. That's 6 years away. That's just 6 years, guys. You got to make sure you're self-sufficient in 6 years. If you don't, you're not going to be able to get food. That's what they're shooting for. They openly say that. And in case anybody didn't know, our illustrious, what is he called? Environmental czar, John Kerry, he retired this past week.
Thank goodness.
No, I don't. Thank goodness ain't gonna do it because they put John Panetta in his place, and he's an idiot.
Well, there you go.
He's another idiot. So he's just gonna do what they want him to do and say what they want him to say. He's just another puppet. So it's not going to get any better by any means. Metal made it. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Truly do. Yeah. Have a blue wrench. Everybody has a blue wrench. If you're a normal here, because I trust you all, I love you all. I don't think you're going to let anybody get in here and say something they shouldn't say. As long as they don't get nasty, let them say it. It might be, an opinion that's different than ours. Let them state that. That's fine. But I trust you all, so it's up to you. You got to let these folks talk as long as they don't get nasty. I want everybody to have a wrench. If you don't have one and you're a regular here, let me know. I'll give you one. It's that simple. All right, where were we here? Talking about the chicken farm. Oh, another thing going on. It's just starting to fire up in Washington. Is this right here? Congress can and should address the threat of unauthorized paramilitary activity. Well, they're trying to stir up enough interest up there to make it illegal for a group of people as small as just three people, to get together and practice firearm training, anything that might be related to military, paramilitary. They're going to try to make it illegal. So the next thing you know, they're going to be going to if they get this passed, they're going to be going to all these gun ranges. And when you have a group of, 3 or more people that are getting together to practice their firearms training, they want you to have to be reported to the federal government. They want the FBI to be able to investigate you because you and 2 friends went to the gun range. How damn dumb is that? Right now, I'm trying to get with Debbie and her husband so we can get together and go to the gun range, and I can teach her how to use one of the self-defense tools that she has. I trained them with the handheld wireless devices. They have another one that she purchased that she needs a little training with. But if I go with them, this is a good example. If I go with them to the gun range, me, her, and her husband, and Lady Prepper's going to come along, there's no doubt. That's 4 of us.
We're be reckoned with.
Yeah, we're a force.
Yeah. Don't mess with us.
Yeah, they want us to be reported to the FBI so we can be investigated. That ball's just now getting rolling. So look forward to that coming. They're going to try to push it through. And as weak as the Republicans are right now in the federal government, they might get it done. It's going to take a few months, but, you know, we got a bunch of cowards up there. You know, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 at the most that are actual conservative Republican, you know, patriots. But the rest of them's a bunch of rhinos. You know, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm going to tell you something right now that you need to really know. Our country is done. We're beyond repair. Everybody thinks Donald Trump's going to come in. He's going to fix everything. That ain't going to happen, guys. That's beyond one man. We're done. So you need to get ready. And I don't give a damn what kind of law they pass up there about you and your group of people. You get together and you do what you need to do to make sure you're ready. They're going to try to stop it. Don't worry about it. Do it. Do what you have to do. It's that simple. And like I said, it's beyond one man. It's not, one man ain't going to be able to stop all this. He's not going to be able to turn it around. So do what you have to do. You know what you need to do. I've been telling you for 2 years what you need to do. So you need to step it up, get it in gear. And the topic we're going to talk about here in just a few minutes is more proof that the federal government knows it's coming. So you need to get ready. But let me move on to my next topic. Oh, my governor today, thank goodness. He stepped up and he decided he's going to send some National Guard troops to the border to support Texas. This will be the 14th state. I don't know what took him so long, but thank goodness he finally did it. The very first one behind Texas was South Dakota and Kristi Noem. So hopefully your state's one of those that said, yeah, we're going to help them out and we're going to get this done. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. I don't know if that's going to turn into anything or not. That convoy that was supposed to be going there from Virginia, that didn't turn out too well. There were very few people that started that joined from the start. And as they moved on, they stopped over, I think it was in Jacksonville. The next morning when those folks, you know, they stopped at hotels, they had rooms or whatever. When they went out to their vehicles, their tires were slashed, their trucks were vandalized. It was just a big mess. Plus, a lot of people didn't join because they saw it for what I think it was. It's a setup. The FBI is going to be all over those people, all the way across the country, and they didn't want to be part of that. I don't blame them. I think that it should have been handled in a different way. I'm not going to say which way, because that would get us absolutely zapped here. But yeah, I can understand why it didn't turn out to be what it was supposed to be. And that's why you're not seeing a lot of it on the news. It just didn't develop the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, they're getting some comments on your apple juice because it looks like it's bubbling and it's black instead of clear.
Yeah, that's the background.
Yeah, it's like totally black.
Oh, so man, I forgot my little cloth here. That's the problem.
They're having fun with your apple juice.
It's sizzling. That's hot stuff right there, guys. All right. But yeah, that just didn't turn into what they wanted it to be. It would have been a great show if it did, but like I said last week, the feds were going to be all over that thing. Absolutely. But let's get on with what's happening that they don't want you to know about. That's the thing right there. They keep telling you your money's going to be good, right? Your dollar's strong on the world market. It's, you know, it's still the place to be. Well, no. You can believe that if you want to. That stock market's doing good. It is. But that just proves the stock market is not tied to the economy, is what that does. But Russia, last year, they settled their trade 85% with local currency, which means they're using the Russian ruble or the local currencies from countries that owed them money. They got off of the dollar. Now, I don't care who you are, you got to know that ain't good for the U.S. dollar. When the U.S. dollar is not the main trade currency in the world anymore, that hurts the dollar. Now, all of these politicians here can tell you what they want about how everything's still strong and it's great. And, well, right now it's still good on the world market, but that's because every other currency in the world is crap. This economic downturn we're going through is not just in the U.S., it's all over the world. And here's something that proves that right here. Saudi Arabia officially joined the BRICS alliance the first of this week. And instantly, 34 other nations around the world wanted to jump on board with them. That's because if they do, they'll be able to buy oil with their local currency instead of the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is not going to be the oil dollar, the global oil dollar anymore. And Saudi Arabia is the leader in that. They supply more oil to the world than any other nation. And now they're saying, okay, you don't need that dollar. You can use your national currency to buy oil from us. What do you think? Is the dollar still strong? Is it going good? No, it's not. They can tell you that all they want. This administration has a bad habit of selling you a line of crap. So when they start talking about how strong that dollar still is, don't believe it, guys. It's getting weaker every day. And you need to do something to offset that. You know what I've told you? I'll tell you again. We'll do it brief. Precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, they'll always have value. So you need to offset that yourself. You can see it happening. It's happening every day. No matter what they tell you, you need to offset what's coming. And that's the only way you can do it. Oh, what we got over here? Let me look at the comments for a minute. Oh, a lot of hello going back and forth, and that's great. I appreciate it when you guys are talking back and forth.
Philip just got here, and Diane.
Philip Dixon got here. Diane LS is in the house. All right.
And Gina Richards just popped in.
Oh, Philip Dixon. Well, he's late, but he made it. That's all that matters. You made it, brother. All right. You got that 10 millimeter going? I know I told you to order it. 10 meter, 10 meter radio. Get that thing, man. Gina Rich, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Glad you made it. All right. Edith Wallace. Watch out for the elderly people in your neighborhood. That's right. As things get worse, watch out for your neighbors. That's one of the things we're going to talk about. Not this week, but I'm putting together something for next week.
We are the elderly neighbors.
Yeah, we are the elderly.
Our neighbors are going to not know what to do. We're the ones who are going to come.
That's right. We are the elderly. But I'm actually already working on something for next week. I touched on it in a live stream, I guess, about a year ago. The hardest thing for you to do when everything goes sideways is going to be to say no to the people around you when they come knocking on your door. But we're going to get into that more next week. We're going to do that next week. I'm working on it. What we got here? Literally working on that every day. Yep.
That's what Rebecca does for a living.
Yeah, that's what you do for a living, helping folks out. Appreciate it. I know they do. I know I do. But we'll get more into that next week. Matter of fact, me and you need to talk. Shoot me an email. I want to shoot you an email with my telephone number in it. Send me one with your phone number so we can actually talk. You'd be a great help for what I'm trying to line up next week. And I'd appreciate it if you do that.
She said, okay, boss.
Yeah, boss. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm asking you, please. I'm not demanding or
Don't put him in charge, Rebecca. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, last time I was in charge, it was a mess. That's not true.
It's funny.
My guys, I'm gonna tell you what. When I was on a department, my last job as a supervisor was they would send me all of the black sheep to my division. They'd send them to me, and it was my job to either make them good police officers or send them out the door. And they did stats by the month. Every month, my crew led in everything. You know, arrests, citations, breaking cases, just pretty much everything. So I had to brag on myself. Sorry. Had to brag on myself.
He was a good boss.
Yeah, I was a good boss. That's right. Pappy Boyington. There you go. That's right. That's right. That's what they called my group, the Black Sheep Squadron. That's true. You nailed it. You did. Yeah, they call us the Black Sheep Squadron. And then every month, you know, we piss off every other division in a department because we were leading them. But all right, so much for reflection. Let's get on to it. Did we talk about that? Yeah, that's the farmers. All right. Last thing we talked about was your dollar. Sure them up, guys. Sure them up. But this week, Monday, or was it Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday,
Yeah,
either
okay.
one. FBI appeared in front of Congress again and said, hey, the Chinese are going to hack us. They know it's coming. They did it in October. Here we are. And they did it in January. It's 4 months later. They know something, guys. They know something. I don't know what's going on. Part of it was this right here, where the FBI found basically a worm that Chinese hackers had put into some of our infrastructure, some electrical utilities and some water processing facilities. And they zapped them. Thank goodness they found them. They said they were there just in case there were hostilities between our two countries. You think maybe they put them there if they wanted to make the first strike? Now, here's something a lot of people don't think about. The United States has hundreds and hundreds of people, the government, the military, private industry, working on this anti-hacking stuff every day. There are hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of them doing it. But for every one we have working to stop it, China has 50 working to get it done. That's been proven by military sources here in the United States. So they are hammering our infrastructure. And there's actually kind of a good side to this. That sounds strange, I know. But the more likely they are to be able to hack into our systems and take them down, the less likely they are to pop off an EMP and destroy everything. The result's the same both ways. You know, Americans will suffer both ways. That's what you need to get ready for, because they're going to do it. Like I said, 50-1, the odds are not in our favor. They're eventually going to get in there and they're going to do some damage, and it don't have to happen everywhere. It just has to happen in 10 to 12 strategic locations. Once they knock out this power station, then there's a draw that knocks out that power station and that power station and this power station. And if they do that across the country, just 10 or 12 locations, we're in the dark. And they can do that without an EMP, without doing any damage. And if they take us down, they know we're going to kill each other. That's the point. They don't have to invade us.
Isn't the logic there, if they wanted to take over areas, they don't want everything damaged?
Exactly.
Right?
They don't have to damage
I was thinking
anything
about that the other day.
to take over. They just zap it with a little virus. They take everything out. After we kill off enough of each other, they move in, they take over, they clean that virus out, and bam, everything's working again. And it cost them nothing. Just a few little computer programs. That's what you got to get ready for, guys. When the FBI warns our government twice in a 4-month period. They know something. So you got to get ready for it. Get your power needs backups in place, your food, your water, self-defense. We got to do that. Absolutely. And your comms. How many times have I said your comms? Right now my GMRS is down. If everything goes bad right now, my GMRS is out. I still got my ham backups, which is the major one, but I would hate to be blind, just absolutely blind with my comms if things do go sideways. And that's what the Chinese are working on. They're making no secret out of it. Here's another thing everybody's overlooking. Everybody says the United States is going to go to war because our economy is such a mess. Well, that's, they might. We might. You never know. And at the same time, they're saying China can't go to war in Taiwan because their economy is a mess. What the hell?
If everybody's economy's bad, who's going to fight?
If it works for us, it'll work for them. Stop listening to these people, guys. You get ready. You do what you need to do to make sure you're right. Your loved ones are protected. Your loved ones are fed. I don't know why the United States thinks, okay, that'll work for us, but it won't work for them. That's absolutely stupid logic. If it works for us, it will work for them. It's that simple. I'm about to get off on a rant here.
One made an observation that no one's talking about the EMP effect on pacemakers. That's just an instant.
That's true.
Yeah.
You remember back in the day when you walked into, a convenience market where they had a microwave oven, they used to have a sign on the door, if you had a pacemaker, pretty much enter at your own risk. That was back in the days before they had those microwaves sealed and those, that electronics weren't leaking out of them, and it would kill you if you were standing next to it if you had a pacemaker. But thank goodness they got that right. That's why right now microwaves are great Faraday cages. Yeah, they are. What's Craig got going here? Oh, we got here. EMP is a real threat. Protect anything electronic with backup. Yeah, you should. Absolutely. But the more advanced their technology gets to hacking systems instead of destroying them, the less that EMP threat is. Like I said, why would they want to destroy it when they could just crash it? And then when they get here, they can just punch a few computer keys and correct it. There's no cost in that. So we got to think about that. Got to think about it, guys. What else we got here? China tried to buy acreage in Levy County. Oof. Can't do it anymore. Our governor made that illegal. They can't do it. Levy County's safe from the Chinese. Thank goodness. We got a good governor here. He would have made.
Now we get to keep him.
Yeah, he would have made a good president, but it's too early. He jumped in too early. He needs to wait.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, what we got here? Paces have changed a lot too. Yes, they have. That's true. I don't know. Thank God I don't have one. Hopefully I'll never have to have one. But you're right. They improved those as well. But when the FBI is warning our government, get ready for this, then everybody should be getting ready for it, not just the government. That's what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight. Get ready. They see it coming. They know something they're not able to tell us. Whenever you see them coming out like that open about it, something's up, guys, especially in this administration. This administration don't want you to know anything. They want to keep a cap on everything because that way they're in control of it. But when they're coming out and warning you, you need to get ready for this, then we need to get ready. Like this one right here, the one I showed you, they'd already tapped into several routers at utility facilities across the country, electric and water. They had old outdated Cisco and Netgear routers, and China had already poisoned them pretty much. Thank goodness China, correction, the FBI found it. They went in, they zapped it out. How much more plain can it be? All right. Get it together, folks. You absolutely need to get it together. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I took more of your time than I wanted to. I'm sorry. I appreciate every one of you being here. Thank you. Hopefully, I can motivate you a little bit, get you going in the right direction. Open your eyes, watch what's happening. Don't just look in one place. Don't just watch Fox News or CNN or Newsmax or wherever. Look at it all. My sources are numerous. Every morning, I go to numerous places to get these stories, and I see things that you never see on the mainstream media. That's what you need to start doing. You need to get out there and find all the information you can about whatever you want to learn. Because no one source is going to tell you everything. It's that simple. Get ready, guys.
OP Nation.
You like that OP Nation?
OP Nation.
That came on the fly. I like that. You guys are all members of the OP Nation. How's that? But get out there and get all the info you can and do what you can to get ready, because it's coming. If the FBI is warning us, it's coming, guys. I worked with the FBI many times. They're usually a bunch of dumbasses. But when they keep going to Congress and saying, get ready, we need to get ready. It's that simple. So with that, I'm going to say stay strong, keep prepping, and pray for the United States. You guys got any questions, comments? If you need me to help you out with anything, shoot me that email, theorlandoprepper@gmail.com. I'll be glad to help you out. Nick, hopefully I'll get my coax. I got to run that coax from outside in the house, and we'll be able to hook up soon. So I'll holler at you guys later. I love you all. Have a great night. The Orlando Prepper is out.